Right. Just gonna write the little microphone on. Gonna mainly just be building robots today. Not feeling the whole camera malarkey. Let's just angle that up. Can you see everything? Oh, that camera's not on. Marvel mouse. Let's just make that work. Yeah. Right. So I knocked together the Crabulon that we were working on before. Got that printed the bits again. Waiting for a lid to print off for that. And decided, right, I need 6 bots ready for this event, so let's just get 6 functional bots. So we've got Big Flip here, another Thingiverse printed one. If you look on and printables, if you look on Thingiverse for Big Flip, you'll find it quite quickly. I'm just trying to find where the hell I've put my remotes. Not that I've got 5 sitting around here or anything. Right, let's just give this a bind. Right. Oh no, that was one of my really good servos. Oh no. Damn it. You saw it move really quickly at first, and now it's as if it's... Right, we might have a low battery. Let's just pop this one on charge first, and then we'll have a little bit of a look-see again. Battery charger! Sorry, I was on and rambling on to myself, I realised. Earlier on, I did think I'd started the stream, but being a fucking moron, I hadn't. So, you see the perils of being a fucking moron. But hey. Pluggity plug! It's the old generic B3 battery charger. Because not like I have billions of them. Oh. I'm liking the random streaming things. I know bugger all people are actually watching, but hey, I like the random streaming. Yeah, well, I say no, there's probably a Google AdSense bot watching. There's a Google bot watching every bloody thing, so hey. Yeah, wait a minute, YouTube's owned by Google. I like Google. Google is good. All hail our Google overlords. Yep, think I saved myself there. Right, we'll just give this another one there. Hmm. 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 It's just odd. Okay. I think it might just be on the settings for it. That's why it's not. Because obviously we've got speedy moving bot. So, oops. Oh, did I? Yes, I pulled the power cable out. Oh, that's a bad idea. Right, so we've got forward, backward, left, right. That works. It's just the servo. And that's a bit annoying because it's a more expensive servo, and I don't think I've got any of those left. So I think we're going to have to stay on the... Oh, the servo is slightly gadudadud, but it's the best it can do. No. Yeah, let's see if there's any more settings we can look at. Setup, heli set, flight mode, inputs, yeah. Throttle set to 100 for normal ones. There isn't. Just in case there was a funky throttle curve or something like that, I'd set up. I'm just going to reset this. Just for the case of actually. Where's reset gone? When you can't remember how to use your own thing, you're a silly bum. You're a silly bum. Not no timers, but countdowns on. Aha! Don't know why that's running so slow. Let's have a little bit of a Google. Sorry, if you can see the flip is what's bouncing, not up very nice. Very quickly. Okay. So, just in case, because I'm kind of thinking out loud here. Yeah. Got an issue with the servo. I'm just gonna pop that off and take the screw off the side a bit and see if we take the yeah, well, that battery was good. Probably worth getting some batteries on charge while I'm sitting here, to be honest. The event is on Wednesday, so yeah, should be perfectly fine. Big box of fire bags, fire pillows, all of the fire pillows. That one's charged, and then we'll just go through and slowly charge more. Oh, fiddles. Apart from the ones that I forgot to swap the ends on. Yeah. If we end up using quite a few batteries at an event, it was far more logical just to buy a F-ton of batteries. Yeah, let's just get in there. Oh, it's a crosshead. Oh. Where's my 3 gone? Only 2.5. 1 second, I can't be complaining and not putting screwdrivers back. 1.5, 2, 2.5's not there. Because I'm an idiot, move everything. Not hiding in there. Right, I got a big box of other screwdrivers, so I'll just grab another 2.5 from there. 2, 1.5, 2.5. Yeah. We should replace that with something with a dome top so it doesn't get caught as much, but hey, it's totally fine, really. It's a fun little bot to drive, this one. Very quick. When the servo's working, it's really fun, but if the servo's not working, then servo's not working, that's it. You know what I mean? There's not really we can do. But it is a very nice servo that should work very well. some of the BBB all metal ones, and it has only had one event on it, so hopefully it's not a. Oh, come on. That's how to. Ah! Figgle off. There it is. Is that it? No. That's probably equivalent. No, it fell down the hole in my desk. Freaking marvellous. There it is. Got it. Joy is there are 2.5, and my box of 2.5s is at my friends who I run BattleBots with. This. Right, I'm going to take that off, and then just try a off and on with it. It's very, very slow. Yet when I switch the E trim off, it's fine. I'm just going to reset this. Alright, so I'm just going to reset this. So when you pair up these Malanky boards, once you've got one that's been paired already, switch it on, leave it, and get ready with your model to pair it. Yep, cool. Right, so that's refreshing. It's exactly the same thing, it's just really slow on the servo. Yet it's quick when the servo resets itself, which makes me think it's something possibly on the Malanky. I don't know. And at this time, I'm not. I'm just going to angle it up, and then I'll see. We'll just set it so it works, so it'll go up and down. It's not going to be the quickest of things. It's going to be a lifter rather than a flipper, but hey. still got the lifting power. So yeah, don't know, troubleshoot what's wrong with that a little bit later. But for now, that is a functional BattleBot. Cool, so unplug, switch it off first, unplug battery, pop other screw that was in it. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Need to remember to put the screw back in the servo, otherwise that'll get kajiggered. Nope. Damn it, where's that tiny servo screw gone? There it is. Yep, and now I shall drop it 3 majillion times when trying to get it in. Or I can just get it in first time and be an absolute legend. Haha. Right. If anyone does know how to fix those servos and make them not do that weird thing, then that would be useful. I've got loads of servos that are doing that. I think I'm just killing them, to be honest. But the fact that they do things like reset perfectly fine, it's only when they move in state, makes me think more it's something PWM on the Malenki. But I don't know. I guess drop Mark a message and see. Benefits of knowing everyone in the world. Right, so woo! One fixed and ready and printed bot. I only need to get 7. I've got a big pile of robots next to me, and Lewis has got 7 working as well. Got 7 to get working as well. So between us, we'll have 14, which is more than enough for a little event. The idea has always been to get people building their own robots, to get people competing along. That would then mean that we only need to worry about the arena and a few kind of side bots, not every single BattleBot, which can get a little bit, not annoying. I'm never going to say it's annoying. I love doing this. But it can just get a little bit frustrating that we're just building BattleBots constantly, like forever and ever and ever and ever, and constantly and forever and ever and ever. Which is fine, because normally I try and do these things between phone calls and stuff like that with work. Right, same again. We'll take that battery. This is just a forward, left, forward, backwards, left, right bot. I'm not going to bother finding the right battery to fit and all of that kind of stuff. We're just going to check that these actually work. Going to switch it on. And then again, we'll just be waiting for that, that blue light there. And once it's blue light, we'll just bind it again. Really, I should be writing down what channels and all of these are on and then reusing them, but I'll just rebind everything at the event. It'll not take us 10-20 minutes. Yeah, oh, that one's charged. That one can go in the LiFo bag. Get some more. You know, did ever load up with the wrong things, hence I've got bits cut off, but they are covered and sealed and thingamied and all of that, and then we just run little converters on these for the time being. That one, still not quite. You gotta wait till it just goes off. Pardonnez-moi. Yay! So yeah, this one is one of the Wedge brothers. Basically 2 nice light, super little wedges. Nice little angle on them. And yeah, they've there's one that I've got here to get built, and there's a fresh chassis that Lewis has that should be getting kind of built up and knocked together at roughly the same time as this. Yeah, a few other ones that we can build off the side here. But yeah, I think my aim of getting 6 robots built and ready by the end of the night is nice and easily accomplishable. But yeah, I don't know if anyone will even end up watching this random streams. There's one person, Google bot or AdSense bot or whatever it is. But hey, you never know. If it's one person, I can probably guess who they are. And if my phone goes diggly ding in a second, then I know they know. Oh, now they're not going to message me just because they know, I know they know. Yeah. All right. I'll just. And joyous parts of 3D printing, clearing all of the back stuff. I could have printed this without support, but the printer was being a little bit temperamental, and I tried printing this one in carbon fiber. I'm sorry, not carbon fiber, carbon infused PETG. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to get the knifey bit out and get those off, but I'll do the main bits of getting it soldered and all that in a second, and just get some of these off. Come on, a bit more. Those of you with a 3D printer will know this pain when you print support material and you don't quite get your settings right, and it's just a little bit too overstuck. This was quite a print I printed off quite a while ago, when I was in my Let's Stock Up and Get Chassis and all of that stuff printed, which thank whatever various deity that exists, I don't know, God knows, exactly, that I did, because it's meant that I've been able to focus on other projects and other things and just get this on the night, just to say, right, let's get someone's built up. So yeah, just removing all of that, all of this stuff in the middle. You can see all the support material, just getting all that out. I'll have to get a blade out to get rid of some of them, but it's just to get rid of the major. It's not going to stop us assembling it. And I do have the wrong pliers. I do have a right tool for the job, but I'm just enjoying jabbing at this with pliers, to be honest. I'm saying that until I get to the point where I actually break the print, but hey, jabbing at it with pliers is fun. I really should find the right tool for this, and the dirty pliers, and the deburring tools, and all of that. But hey, I have started, so I have finished. Yes. Yes. Yeah, see, there's loads there, and that one I hadn't even started, so. Oh, battery must have been quite low. They're normally only a couple of minutes to charge. Yeah. How to remove support material badly and with pliers. Look at all this. Alright. know I've not been doing this long, but yeah, joys of being old, nature calls. I'm going to have to can this in a couple of minutes and just nip to that, but I will just pop it on the waiting and I will come back. I do have all of these spots that I do need to complete, so they're going to get done tonight. I might as well stream it. Yeah, so we're at B-Sides Lancs on Wednesday. Also got a lot of other things to take care of there, and we're at B-Sides Exeter on next Saturday. So we'll be building up a whole heap of bots for both of them. But we're going to do, to be honest, sometimes I go absolutely insane. I think last event I took 26 bots or something like that. Which, yeah, good to do. Good to have spares. But you end up looking at the end of the day and you've got a box full of like bots that you haven't used. And you're like, why did I spend my time building those up? And then by the time you come to your next event, you're complacent. Oh, yeah, I'll just use the bots I've got built. And then you forget and you get the next event like this one where you've got to go through and build everything. So I think I'm going to focus on keeping the destructives and the non-destructives separate. I think that's kind of quite an important one. Get the battle in a little bit better. Recording. Well, the recordings, what we want to do is have Pi cameras and have all of that set up. But I'm having a few issues with the streaming on the Pi cameras that we're setting up. And I haven't got the spoons nor the time to fix it. So, well, that'll be done at some point. And then we'll have a load of Pis running all the streaming from it as separate stream sources, all powered by what's it called? Powered off the top of the unit. The arena, which will do some, regardless of whether or not we can do some live streaming of battles, we'll try and do some things from a phone if we can't get the cameras working. But the arena is quite cool. It's in a really good condition now. We've got most of the weapons functional. Still got some kind of front pages and other stuff like that to do. Sorry, just getting rid of some of that artifact stuff in the front. One second. Bring that back a bit. Yeah, getting rid of some of the artifact stuff in the front. Yeah, that's about as cleaned out as we need it. So this one again, really basic, simple pusher, but nice 3.1 mini dot, micro dot, something along those lines. If you have a look on Thingiverse for 150 gram BattleBot, you'll find it. I think I need to print the lid for it as well. Let's have a quick look, see if we've got a lid behind us. I will have printed it. It's just whether I've lost it. There's one motor mount, which I totally forgot I needed. Right, so I haven't got the lid or the motor mount for that one. Just double check my other box fit pile over here. No. Another one then to assemble. Now I put that together and said, oh, actually, let's get one of the big shouty ones running. Let's get that one running. That should be a treat just to get running. This is a pretty rock solid bot. But yeah, we'll get that one running, and that's a spinny one, which I will not test live on the stream. Honest, not horrendously risking my self-danger. We'll test that one now. But yeah, we've got some of them that are just had a little bit of a kicking, let's say, and need a little bit of help. Like that raw one has managed to essentially cut itself open by the blade getting a little bit wobbly, shaking, and cutting the entire thing. that one's quite a fun one. So yeah, got replacement chassis. It's not this one, but I might replace it with that. Replace it with that replacement chassis, and then just swap the guts of that into there. That's probably a good one to do. So yeah, we've oh, Did I get entirely distracted and wander off? Yes, I did. Yeah, that battery is dead as a dead. So we'll just plug in a battery that isn't absolutely dead, and then wait for that again. So this one here is we were just waiting for the reset for it. Get that one done, get that one tested, get that one buttoned back up, and then that's button number 2. And I can move on to getting one of the spinners sorted, and I'll do a quick transplant on raw, and then that's 4 going, and then hopefully the bits for the crabulon have finished, and we'll get those done. Speaking of, oh. Right, there's yet another printer in here. A very good friend got a deal on 2 3D printers, and I got one of them off him, and it's this rather funky FL Sun. Needs a bit of TLC, prints a bit wonky, other things like that, but it should be a very quick printer. So I'm hoping that it's going to help us print off some parts quicker. So I'm going to fettle with that a bit after the end of the stream. Just that heater. Yeah, not nice, another easy one for us to assemble. We'll get that one going as well. Then that should be our 6, to be honest. Right, so that's in thingy mode. So let's just bind that. Right, so just a quick, so you can see. So not going to bother putting the top on it, but forward, backwards, left and right work perfectly fine. So boom, there's that one done and tested. Get that one screwed in. Now we can move on to the next one. Not bothering screwing everything in all the way, because it'll be me or Lewis or Tim that unscrews them. And if we're sat there and screwing it for half an hour, then we'll just be cursing the person who screwed it together. So, yeah. Let's stop killing each other and not screw things in all the way, because it stops you killing each other. Honest. Nah, we don't do that. We take all of our violence out on the field of robot damagingness. Right, so it's another one in there. So that's 2 set up and ready. Right. Let's go for this one. We need to get the 2. I'll go up a bit more just because I'm standing up now. What the hell? Huh. Must be a 1.5. That's odd. Yeah. I didn't realise I put 1.5 on. Oh, okay, cool. I don't remember how I built half of these robots, in all honesty. They're just built. I just sit and muck around while I'm doing work, while I'm thinking. This is my let's let my brain wind down. Let's let everything just chill out. This is what I do. Right, so still had plenty of batteries on charge. I've got to get that done. Not that many, to be honest. We'll get them done. Right, so again, nice easy bot inside. I've just taped everything up together, put a bit of hot glue in place, and put somewhere to hold the battery, because this one does have a spinner on. So I'm not going to be testing the spinner at all. Right, so that is functionally on. I can see the red lights on it. Oh, the battery's running out on that one. I will remember to put them on charge at some point. But for the time being, I'll just swap the remotes. All that. Let me see. Yeah, nice bright screen on this one. Still not even got to the point yet. Ah, right, so that one's still not reset. Don't. 1 second. Why isn't there a bolt in that? No, it's something bigger than that. Yeah, I'm sitting here playing with a spinner and realizing there's not a bolt in the. Let's just put that as a drop bolt. Just because I don't want this thing spinning off and taking my finger off. So I'm just going to pop that in for the time being. Let's just switch off. Switch back on again. And we'll wait for that to pick it up. Yep, another battery charged. So many batteries. So many batteries. Yeah. Just don't want spicy pillows. Bits and bobs. Alright, just in case it was somehow already. Oh no, wait a minute. That was coming up as bound. Yeah, so that's working. Obviously it's upside down, but forwards, backwards, left, right. And then that will start to spin up. Obviously I'm not going to do it because I don't have a cage on it. But I just popped a bolt in the blade there just so I would see it. Right, so again, that's another one that we can rank as now finished. We'll just not on this, so that doesn't fall out until we actually want it to, and we're smashing robots. So yeah, it's I normally use clippy things and stuff like that, but the nut will just work to give it a bit of a hold, so I'm not going to end up accidentally chopping my finger off. Yay! Oh, just realised I'm wearing a B-Sides Newcastle shirt. Woo! He says Newcastle rocks. Yay. Alright, just gonna get all these back in. Again, not going for tightening down the whole world. Just a couple of twists to make sure they stay in when it's in transport, really. I do have more screws with me, more bolts with me, all of that kind of stuff. But it's just easier if I don't have to go hunting for them. Ooh, your teeth in for that. Right, put that in. It's these. I think it's 2.5s. Yeah, all of my 2.5s are currently sitting in another one of the partners for BattleBots' apartment, but pop in there tomorrow to get all of the BattleBots things finished up. But yeah, bot number 3. It's almost like we know what we're doing. Poopy dukes. Right, I did say I was going to get 7 done. I did also say I needed the laboratorium. So I'm going to get 1 more done, which I think is just going to be a test one, which is this one, because it's just a bit stupid. It's marvelously stupid, but it's a bit stupid. And this one's going to be very difficult to test without a cage. So yeah, health and safety, look away now would be my kind of suggestion. I don't quite get that. Oh yes, my daughter has painted the top of this. Of course she has. That means its switch doesn't actually move now. Let the kids paint them. It's better than it just being basic PLA or TPU or PETG, that kind of stuff. And I'm going to start only printing the robots in white, PETG, TPU, PLA, etc. So that means that we can just bring them to an event, all printed in white, have a load of pens there. Just like, hey, you want to draw on our bot? Yeah, you draw on our bot. You come make our bot look cool. Yeah, fine. You make it look not cool, and yeah, fine. It'll get destroyed. So tempted to buy a little remote control Tesla and put it in and just absolutely obliterate the fucker. That would be funny. Yeah. Oh, you almost get to see my face. Hello. Okay, give me one of those channels, and if you pay me £100, I will make a squeaky noise. Fuck it. I'll run one of those. I make squeaky noises for money. Yeah, fuck it. You're making money out of people's stupidity. People who pay you to make squeaky noises. Fucking men. I'll pay someone to make a squeaky noise. Well, no, I wouldn't, because that's stupid, to be honest. But hey. I think it's something to do with the tuning of this throttle, to be honest. Right, that's in the thingy mode again. So model. Hello. Bind this one up again. I really should be binding, putting names on, as I said. But I am lazy and I am an idiot. Both spinners are working on that. Sweet. So that one again, forward, backwards, left, right works, and spinners work. One thing I keep saying I will do, and I will get round to doing, is popping some tape around those wheels and actually giving them a bit of grip. They haven't really got any, which makes it quite comical to drive, but it's a fun robot nonetheless. I don't know why it's like 80% glued together with There's paint right now, but hey, let's clear the bits so we can actually get it in and screwed in and stuff. But yeah, just gonna leave the screws on there, leave the bits on there. Yeah, that one's another one. It's one of the good things about having quite a lot of bots. I can kind of pick through and go, all right, I know that one's going to work. I know that one's going to work. I know that one's going to work. So yeah, that's bot number 4. Another one of our destructive ones. Bot number 4 working. Cool. On that note, I'm going to pop us onto a little bit of a waiting one. Kill my audio. Worth I remember this time, because you don't want that. You don't want that, trust me. And go and use the little engineer's room. I shall be back with you all momentarily. With you one. One person. You love me. Toodles. Yeah. Yeah, I'm back. Cool. So I didn't get distracted setting up this FL Sun and didn't end up going to the bathroom. Honest, but hey. So we set up this FL Sun on the side. The old paper test. Always nice and easy. Weird, never actually done one on these Access printers, so hey. It said plug-in switch module, so I assume there's a switch module that I'm missing off this to do bed leveling. Yeah. Oh. Leveling. Lots of bed leveling. It is a bit weird how this Delta printer moves. Yeah, so if you can hear the beeps, that's because it's going, oh, you still got me switched on, you still got me switched on, you still got me switched on. This is taking forever! I hear these might be quite fast, obviously probably not as fast as some of my other printers, but I've never had a Delta printer. Yay, got to the center point. I think it's probably halfway through. I will pick up doing them again, but hey, I'm very good at getting myself distracted. And this FL Sun's just been sitting begging me to play with it all day. I thought, hell, I need to print off a new lid for something for Crabula on that bot, so let's see if we can do it on the FL Sun. Allegedly, they're quite quick printers, so let's see. It says it'll take an hour to print for it, so I might set it printing. We'll build a few bots, and I'll jump back on and tell you how that one went. I know there's no one watching, but fuck it. It feels to me like there is. And not looking at the number of viewers just makes me feel better. Mind you, I'm going to have to can this off and find my drill, aren't I? I think we're almost finished leveling this. Do like the fact that this is on 3 arms going up and down, but it's like I know you can't even see the printer I'm playing on, to be honest. Anyway, fuck it. We're streaming on this, so. Right. We've got 4 backwards, left, right working on that one. I need to tighten that script, so I need to drill a hole through the side, so. Drill. Can't be bothered to go and find other drill bits, so. I shall just make this one work. Back in. Because we're not a messy pub, honest. Probably disagree from the desk, but hey. Alright. Alright. Yeah, so we've got a nice hole in there, so we can get in and actually tighten that up. I think that's a 2. Feels like I'm tightening something up. Or it could just be nothing there. Hmm. Hmm. Balls. Looks like there may just be no screw there. Okay, so how are we going to do that? I think it's a 2. I believe it is. Do we have another? It's one of these, so let's work out if this is a 2, and then if it is, then we can just wangle one in. Yeah. Nice. Little one. We'll throw a washer on it. One with a washer on. Right. Just make sure the hole's big enough to fit the washer through. So it's going to be far easier, considering we're putting the washer on, keeping this whole thing on the end of that and just putting the whole thing in like that. Yep, got through that one. This is the tight one. Damn it. A little bit too big there. It's just a little bit too big. So we'll just adjust with the drill. Let's switch this off if you're going to be fucking with it with the drill, eh, Ben? Try again with just the bolt then. I can't be bothered to redo the whole thing. Come on, tighten up. No, no kind of tightening whatsoever. No. Well, actually, is it? Not like falling out. Yeah, it is just as far as before. I think maybe a bit of supery glue. Yeah, little dodge of well placed supery glue just to keep this all in one. Knowing my luck, I'll probably bloody super glue the thing together, but hey, it's a risk we take. Right, so I'm going to push that on, and I'm going to put super glue in there, in that bit, because this bit that's not staying on. I need to get myself a nice top-down camera. I think that'll probably work an awful lot better. But hey, one of these has super glue in. Super glue. I know, because it says it on the front. Cool. Let's put this back on then. Right, I'm going to leave that to glue. So I'll switch that one off, leave that one over there to glue. Oh, hubbity doo, baba, hubbity doo, baba. Yeah, smoking's a terrible habit. Don't take it up, kids. No idea if I'm allowed to fucking smoke on the street, so let's just angle that down so you can only see robots. Because I'm not smoking, honest. It's a terrible habit. You should never do it. Lots of batteries charged, though. That's one good thing about today. Lots and lots of batteries charged. We've got, what, 4 functional robots set up. That's better than nothing. Gonna aim is to get another 3 of them complete tonight. And then I've got 7. Maybe knock 1 or 2 out. Oh, really? Nah, I'm going to work on that printer afterwards. But yeah, maybe knock another 1 or 2 out. I'm still waiting some bits printing, missing a bit for this. So we've got the motors, going to get those soldered up. Got those in. For the covers for that, and then we'll have that one functional. That's going to be our number 5. We've got number 6, which is this one, which is charging. We've got number 7, where this one needs a full chassis swap, which should still be quite quick with that robot. And then I'm thinking a number 8 might just be getting a little flip going. I don't know what the status of the servo is on it. Oh, this is one that I took a servo out and I put an N20 in for. It's not the greatest of flippers, but hey, I'll probably switch that back out to servos when I had no servos. And I found all of the bits for a cat to make up, so we might throw that together. But yeah, for the time being, it's getting a little bit late on. I'm going to knock this on the head, get myself some food, and I might be on later on. But yeah, we haven't built full bots. Sorry I've been on and off, but hey, health is health. This is the crack. But yeah, and hopefully should get some shit printed on these new printers soon. All right, cool. Toodles for now. Have fun, and